Mathematica, or the Wolfram Alpha site, is pretty good at doing integrals. Can't always do them, but most of the time it can, if they can be done. So, for example, if you want to ask it to integrate e to the ax, check x, then you give it this a times x. It knows about all the hyperbolic functions. Just remember to use capital S. Now the important bit is the limits. Okay, so how do you need to specify first the integration variable. If it's a definite integral, then inside the curly brackets you need three things. If it's an indefinite integral, then you don't need the curly brackets, you just put comma x and then close square brackets, and they give you the indefinite integral if it's possible for it to evaluate. With definite integrals, you do x, the integration variable, comma, and then in the case of infinity, you need to spell it out. So infinity. Notice it's different from latex, which is just infinity to safe writing. Infinity. And that will hopefully evaluate it for you. It could well give you conditions on A. So if you actually want to give conditions, then you can actually add things. So for example, if you wanted to say that A is less than 1, then you can actually then add comma assumptions and then a dash followed by a greater than to sort of get an arrow sign, and then you might want to put A is less than 1, comma A is greater than minus 1. Close curly brackets, and then you need to close this eventually. So, and that would stop you getting any complaints about oh, this is the integral doesn't exist if A is larger than 1 or less than minus 1. Sometimes the answer it gives you doesn't look particularly simple, and you might want it to simplify it further. We mentioned before the simplify command. So this will simplify any expression you put inside it. There's also something called FullSimplify, which does a better job of simplifying things, but it will take long. Generally takes longer. You can also put assumptions inside the simplify. So you can put your expression in here, and then you can say, well, I want that A is less than 1, for example, and A is greater than minus 1. So this is another way of doing things that if Mathematica gives you a complicated answer because you didn't tell it enough about the parameters, then you can get it to simplify the answer it gave you if you tell it some more information a bit later. So either you can give it information when you give it the integral, or you can give it information later.